So a white Oklahoma pastor refuses to apologize after he dressed up in blackface because he says he was paying tribute to Ray Charles.
Top quote. We gotta save it. I don't have a racist bone in my body. Of course. I have lots of racial friends. What does that mean, dude? Racial friends? Sherman Jacquees, the pastor of the Matoaka Baptist Church in Tulsa, Oklahoma, said he painted his body in black smudge and wore a Jerry curl wig during a 2017 Valentine's Day performance because he was paying tribute to Ray Charles.
And I said, look, there wasn't anything racial about it. I was singing Ray Charles's 7 Spanish Angels. And I said, I love Ray Charles's music. How can you portray Ray Charles if you're not a black man?
As you can see from the picture, my man went full disrespectful tar blackface with the red, you know what I'm saying? This how some white folk play you. And then try to be like, oh, I wasn't being disrespectful. How do you play a black man? Just don't play a black man. Get a black man to play a black man. Or just play the music.
Jacquees, however, insists that he didn't do anything racist. It wasn't derogatory, wasn't racial in any way, and we're not racist at all. I don't have a racist bone in my body. I have a lot of racial friends. There it is. Jacquees had another similar incident when he dressed up as an indigenous woman.
Gosh, bro.
As an indigenous, he was early to this whole dressing up as a woman thing.
He's like,
and in that case, it was a Cowboys and Indian thing. You mean to tell me, as a white pastor, you couldn't play the cowboy? You just had to go dress up as the woman. As the woman of color. Like, okay. He's been said to disagree with drag queens on occasion, but I couldn't tell from this.
Looks like I'm famous. I don't know. I just want to publicly say I don't have a racial bone in my body. I'm not racist at all. The Examiner Enterprise said, well, when you dressed up like an Indian, did you put brown all over your face? I said, I think I did. I don't have the picture in front of me, but I said, I am an Indian. I got Cherokee blood in me, you know, whatever. So, it's a sad day we live in.
It is a sad day indeed if this pastor is seen by other people looking in as some type of representation for Christians. Like, this is the first clip and the only clip that I've seen of this dude, but for this dude to think that there is no problem with what he did. But see, this is the funny part about it. It's not that he doesn't think it's not a problem with what he did. It's just the audacity of some white folks that they have where they'll just put it in your face and dare you to be upset about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we've seen this with like Gucci and all these different clothing brands who ironically did this same blackface type thing. Put clothing and keychains and stuff like that where it's the black face with the red lips. And then they always like pull it off the shelf and then redact it and make some type of corny apology statement, whatever. Oh, we don't know how this slipped through the cracks. We don't know how this made it to the shelves. How did this coolest monkey in the jungle hoodie get on that black child? We don't know. I don't know, even though we're $1 million company. But you know, they just do things like this to slap you in the face and just to let you know that they can still spit in your face and get away with this type of stuff. It's just another reminder that black folk outrage is not taken seriously by the rest of the country. If you're not one of the untouchable communities, you just don't get the type of results that they get. You know what I'm saying? And also it just lets you know that the rest of the world don't take Christians seriously because of stuff like this, because we keep having pastors that keep representing God's name in a backwards, terrible, ignorant type of manner. And you start to understand why people look at this and be like, well, why would I want to join that? Now, I would beg you to just realize people are people. People are not God. People try to be representations of God, but of course we are all sinners. We fall short. So you cannot let an experience at a church or under a pastor or with some deacon or whoever wronged you, wherever, or just watching different experiences online. I beg of you, please don't let that tarnish your relationship with God, first and foremost. And then don't let that tarnish your whole viewpoint on the church. You know, don't let the church sell your connection with God because people are representing him terribly. Like, we all gonna be terrible at some point. So you just have to realize that the terribleness in us ain't got nothing to do with the goodness in God. You know what I'm saying? But this is why people don't take the church serious, because like it's just constantly debauchery, man. Chicks twerking in the choir stand. You got people just, you know, everybody in church is smashing everybody in the church. You got the pastors just plucking the chicks out of the front row, having babies while he got a wife over here. You got this, that. It's just so much going on. And it gets so disappointing that it's just, I mean, I don't know what to say sometimes. I don't know what to say sometimes. But people are going to be people. And that's why it looks the way that it looks. And though the church is looking pretty bad, like the world in general is pretty terrible. The world looks the way it looks because we keep getting farther and farther away from God, if you ask me. And if you notice, even for y'all that ain't religious, the further you get away from God, the closer they get to Satan. And I'm just asking this. If you don't believe in God, that's fine. But, like, why is it this new fervent push of people who are Satan worshipers? Like, it's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? But looking at today's culture, it's not hard to see why we've gotten so far away from God. But the Satan worship thing, that's, y'all doing a lot with that one. It's not hard to get further and further away from God if you immerse yourself in the culture of today. You know what I'm saying? The music, the movies, the social media, everything you see on TV and YouTube, and I mean, everything is just coming at you in such a way that it just immerses you and your mind in so much debauchery every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even get on Instagram without seeing cheeks clap and trying to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to log on to Instagram, get my daily Bible verse, but somehow them cheeks got to clapping across my feet. I don't know how they came up with it. You know what I'm saying? But we get so immersed in the daily, like, debauchery that's coming at us that it can just cloud your mind. You know what I'm saying? But best thing I can tell you, man, is just keep pushing forward. Try to keep a relationship with God. Pray as much as you can. And do your best to stay away from people like this. I'm not gonna allow this dude to, and a lot of other ratchet preachers and pastors, be the representation for me as far as what I think God would inspire people to be. You know what I'm saying? So when I see people and they doing they little ignorant stuff that they doing, like, just have to let them do them. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We're going to talk about it for sure. We're going to talk about it and correct it. But, I mean, at the end of the day, they still going to do what they going to do. You know? But, hey, sometimes you just got to laugh to keep from crying, because I'm like, what else can you say about this? Like, it's ridiculous. But this your boy P Camp. Let me know what you think about this black face wearing, rednecked pastor that is not going to retract his statements about what he was trying to do. And it is what it is. This your boy P Camp. Let me know what you think, what you don't think.